I dance too much, but I love this song. Can't just picture Artemi fucking jamming to this.
I think you need to tell the backstory on this song. Like, people are going to listen to this and not know where it's from, why you're putting it, why you're playing it. They don't really, I don't think.
What's up, guys? It's Artemi's Bread Basket. This is D. I'm here with my boy George.
What's up?
That song is called Sector Gaza. It's from a movie called Rock and Roller. It's a Guy Ritchie movie. And there's a part where they rob a painting from a Russian oligarch.
Right.
And the Russian oligarch's goons go after the guys and, like, kidnap him or whatever. And they're about to murk this guy in his house. So they have this song bumping.
Oh, I remember that. Is it?
And they're about to slice him up.
Wait, is this the
and
part
they're in their underwear?
Yes.
And then the guy's boys come and end up saving him.
Yeah, and it's just a badass Russian song for our badass Panarin.
Yeah, I mean, today more than ever.
You realize why you're paying him, what you're paying him, and actually we're not paying him enough.
Honestly, he's worth every fucking penny. Every penny.
They have they're not dynamic anymore. It's dump, chase, Kreider disappears, Mika's gone.
I mean, I understand the dump chase thing, like you want to work it like that, but you lose Panarin and it's just like night and day of this team. You know, especially when Mika's struggling a little bit. He played okay in the first period, but
and look at like the first power play unit. Mm-hmm. Look at what we had to endure tonight. I mean, like up until today, we controlled the puck in the offensive zone for the first minute and a half of the power play, and tonight. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't keep it. They couldn't control it.
0 for 6 tonight.
0 for 6 tonight.
Yeah, it's bad.
And
I think they're like 2 for the last 30 now.
Yeah, let's just hope that this injury is nothing.
I'm
serious.
not a math guy, but that's not good math.
It's not good.
Right?
No.
That's less than 10%.
Did they give us an update on his injury?
No, it's day-to-day lower body.
That's your favorite.
I fuck these fucking people, bro. They're like, I'm sorry, I'm cursing already. I'm sorry.
These lower body, upper body.
But they're just like
distinctions.
It's like the CIA, dude. It's like state secrets. We can't know what's wrong with the guy.
Did they give a timeline at least?
Day-to-day only.
Day-to-day only, right? I mean...
Supposedly, we're playing the Devils on Tuesday, if the Devils don't get postponed.
On the broadcast tonight, they said that the game was going to happen.
So far, it's all good to go. There's still 19 of them on the fucking COVID list.
So who are they going to play with?
I don't know.
The Hershey Bears or whatever the fuck?
I'm assuming that they kind of like are getting over it now.
Right.
So that's why they haven't postponed the rest of the games, but they haven't played since the end of January.
So the timeline of the quarantine is going to allow them to play on Tuesday, is what they're assuming.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They haven't played since January 31st. So that's by then it'll be about 15 days.
Yeah.
16 days.
I saw like PK Subban, I guess, is not in quarantine because I guess he doesn't have it or anything because he's working out and stuff like that. Because I just follow him on Instagram.
So we'll play against PK Subban.
Yeah, I don't know who else.
I don't know who else.
Because there's so many of them are down. I mean, I don't think all of them have COVID. I think
no, it's a watch list. It's like
you might have it because you were in touch with somebody.
Right, gotcha. Yeah,
freaked out just there.
But tonight's game was brutal. It was actually, to be honest with you, it was fun to watch. Like if we won the game. I mean, the amount of fights, the Trouba fight, the Lemieux fight. Lemieux is just a beast. He's an absolute beast. He's in on the forecheck. He's drawing penalties. He's fighting. He's dropping the mitts.
You need a grinder like that in this team. You need a guy like that.
Yeah, and there was a lot of kind of hate on the contract. A lot of people thought that he was just a very expendable player, and why would you give him anything north of
what was it? $1.5 million?
It's like 1.2, 1.5.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, everybody wants minimum wage players, but the guys, he's a spark plug. He's one of those guys that can light you up if you're not playing well. I mean, they played well tonight. They did play well. They played well defensively. It's just
the defense over the last few games has been pretty sick.
They just can't put the puck in the net.
No, the defensive thing is very unexpected. I didn't fucking expect this. I thought they were going to be scoring goals like last year.
Right. We thought this was going to be kind of similar to last season where we couldn't play defense and we were just burying the puck, losing 6-5.
And the power play was killer, too, back then.
Right. And the power play was great until tonight. You know, no Panarin is a big issue.
Tonight, bro, they're 2 for 30.
No, listen, they're not finishing, but like they were on the precipice of being great. Like I've never seen them on a power play control the puck the way. I mean, what they've been doing up until tonight, controlling the puck for a minute and a half in the zone, it's crazy. That's why the PP2 can't get on the ice. It's because
the
first unit is dominating play. They're not burying
That's
it because Zibanejad's not, he's ice cold, but
the last game versus Boston, he had a good game. Like Rask was fucking spinning on his head, bro.
He was probably the best player on the ice, I think, other than Rask.
Today his first period was awesome. He kind of faded away in the second and third. Third was like a total fucking just shutdown. It was just like a fucking, prevent defense from Boston basically, and like that was it. It was so boring. It lulled me to fucking sleep. My takeaways from the game are this, because I write them down because I'm a professional. Not a big deal. Halak owns us.
Another goalie that owns us. Fourth
shutout versus the Rangers. Not a big deal. PK is legit. Our penalty
kill
is legit.
It's 20 for 20, right? 20 for the last 20?
Yeah. Our power play is absolute trash. I miss Artemi. Sad face.
Yeah. He's
Those are my takeaways.
Wait, let me see one of those notes. Yeah, so we've been shut out how many times already this year? In this infancy of a season?
Isn't it the second?
Third. We've been shut out twice already by the Islanders and again tonight.
I was not expecting the offense to be this shitty.
Yeah, no. I mean, Mika going cold, Panarin not being around now for a game and a half. And I'm telling you, my man, Philip Hedl, not being in the lineup is a tremendous issue. He's the best playing center this year. He was playing the best.
Dude, I mean, yeah, and like, do you see who's coming in for Hedl? Like a guy like Howden? He's horrendous.
It's a problem.
He's horrendous.
Okay, another thing. Power play 1. It started off with who replacing Panarin? Do you know?
I think it was Lafreniere.
Right. For the first power play, it was Lafreniere.
Yeah.
For the second power play, who replaced Lafreniere?
I don't know.
Strome. What are we doing? This guy Strome is trash.
Yeah, why would they? I mean, Strome had a decent game today. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, no, man, he didn't.
He's all right. I'm not saying he's awesome, and he's like to be. He's fine. He's fine. He does not get me
wet. He's a black hole.
Yeah,
he's a black hole.
But he's not that bad
of generating any kind of offense or any kind of
The only problem
making.
is, I get I don't know what Quinn's deal is. Like why he took Laugh off the first one.
I didn't see any glaring issues with Laugh on the first one. No. I don't know. He didn't.
He had some good chances too in the first period.
Yeah, he did. He had one of the best scoring chances of the game in the slot. Right, the one timer.
And the goal they fucking gave up, it's not anyone's fault really. It's just it's centimeter of room.
Right.
That slithers right in by that rat Richie. They're all rats. Right. Boston's a bunch of rat fucks. Marchand's the worst. I told you from the beginning he needs to be liquidated. Someone needs to assassinate him.
Marchand gets my blood pressure.
I hate him, bro.
It's a problem.
And everyone's fighting, throwing hands, and he's nowhere to be fucking found.
Right. Yeah. He gets under people's skin. He's really good at that. He got under, was it Igor? No, was it Igor that he got under?
Igor tossed him.
He did, right? Yeah.
Igor tossed him, and then another time that guy Richie, elbowed
Igor, he gave him a little
skating by.
He gave him a nudge in the helmet.
Hit him
with
the stick. Yeah.
He came
Igor
right
almost
at
went Casey Jones on him. You know who Casey Jones is?
Yeah, from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. He literally almost smacked him with the stick. You want to hear him? I write stupid notes when I
Give me the notes, bro, because I can't write the notes with my daughter. Watching. I'm literally watching the game on my phone, bro.
This is pregame when the Marchand was doing that shit with
Zibanejad. I missed the whole. I saw it on Instagram. I think the NHL account posted it with Zibanejad and Marchand on the boards.
So what was going on before the game with Marchand and Mika was Marchand didn't get off the ice. Neither was Mika, so they were standing there.
Wait, from the pregame warm-ups?
Yeah. So they were sitting there. I think they ended up doing rock, paper,
right,
scissors.
They did a rock, paper, scissors, which was kind of funny. I didn't
see that till after.
I saw it on the NHL account. They posted it.
Mika's like, get the fuck off.
Yeah. He lost, right? Who won?
No, Marchand lost.
I can't wait for Mika to wake up out of this slump because he's like, other than Fox and Panarin, he's my favorite player.
Yeah.
And I just really want him to wake up and just be Mika of last year.
Bro, just give us 70 points, please.
So the last game I was at last year.
Out of 82.
The last game I was at was the 5-goal game with Mika. I mean, it was incredible. Nice. I went to that game. It was the day after my birthday, and it was a week before we got shut down from COVID. It was, I think, March 7th, I think. It was the day after my birthday. And the atmosphere was insane. The guy went nuts.
5 goals is crazy.
You couldn't believe that it was him scoring every time. Like, the play would happen so fast, and you'd look up. It's Mika, really? I couldn't. It was incredible to watch, and I just want that guy back. I want him back.
Right. I'm not saying he's going to do that 41 goals in 57 games.
All right, maybe not this year. This year,
give us 30 goals, like over a total season.
Over an 82-game season, right?
Just give us 70 points. Yeah. 70 points.
I think you're going to get it back next year. I think
it can happen this year because he's shooting like some abysmal number. It's like 2% or something.
2.5%. That was last game. That was the stats for his last.
So it went down a little bit, probably.
Last year, he was shooting 19.
19's crazy. You got to figure it's like 10, 12%.
His career is 10.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he was somewhere in the middle between last year and this year is what his
that's crazy,
shooting percentage is. Last year was his career season, right? But he was also, he clicked with the line with the KZB line last year, right?
Yeah,
he was primarily with
Kreider was trying to get paid.
Kreider and Bush.
He got paid.
Right.
Now he's fucking he's fast. I love Kreider. He's fast. I know.
Yeah, but a game like tonight,
he goes, bro.
You need this. Look,
I'm so stressed out.
You're on what? You're on a 3-game losing streak now, right? You need a game like tonight. You need your big guys to play big, and Kreider didn't play big tonight, bro.
Because you got Bush playing well. He got to the fight, too. Respect to Bush. I don't love Bush, but, when he does things like this.
I think you're warming up to him, though, this year.
I totally am. Because once you act like that, and especially the first game versus Boston when he went after, who did he go at? Marchand or whoever he went at? Because Marchand went after fucking Panarin.
Yes.
Panarin was hurt.
I love that. I love that he did that.
Motherfucker.
I love that he had his boys back.
Yeah.
This is stuff that you didn't see when AV was the coach.
You have to have that. You have to have that.
For the whole tenure AV was the coach on the Rangers, this is what I was arguing. I hated the fact that they wouldn't drop the gloves. They wouldn't, tonight.
Philly's gritty, though, right now, no?
In all the years AV was the coach, you never saw a game like tonight. You never did. Do you remember that?
No.
You were watching it.
No.
I never.
I don't even remember, a tough guy that they had. Who'd they have? They had Prust
guys.
early.
They had Prust.
But that was not AV. That was
Carcillo,
no?
They had Carcillo, no?
With AV?
I believe so, yeah. They had Tanner Glass.
All right, so they had some guys.
But
today was sick.
I'm not talking about just an enforcer. I'm talking about the whole team.
Right.
Bush is not an enforcer, right? He was at him. Trouba's not an enforcer. He went at him.
He smoked that guy.
Right? And it was like when something happened, the whole team jumped in. It wasn't like
you see that with Boston too.
But look, they're a winner. They're a winner. They're a championship team.
You need that shit.
You want to become Boston. We want to become Boston. And I think we're on the right track. You look at these last 2 games, we were with them the whole time.
Yeah, no, listen, we were playing good, bro. Defensively. Offensively, we were playing like fucking a bunch of mamalukes.
Yeah.
And we're back.
So, my notes are kind of weak for tonight's game because I was trying to tell you before, I have a beautiful 65-inch television that I don't get to watch the games on because my daughter insists on watching whatever she wants, and she's a freaking tyrant.
So you're watching on your 7-inch
iPhone?
I'm
watching on my iPhone. Thank God I have a decent speed on it. So I got it. I watched the first period on my iPhone. During the first intermission, I'm bringing my daughter up to put her to bed. In the 15 minutes, I'm trying to get her to go to sleep, and then I'm trying to run back down for the second period.
You know what I think hurt us big time this game too? Was in the second period and the third period, early penalties that made us go on the PK right away. That fucked us up.
Well, the second period, what were the shots?
It was bad. I wrote it down. Hold on.
It was 14. Was it 14-4?
18-6. Oh. That's bad. That's bad in my book. I'm not a math guy again, but that's bad.
The ratio's off. Yeah, it wasn't good. It was a lot of the, like you said, it was the penalties. It was the penalties.
Trouba, this is second period. Gauthier playing well. Nice penalty. He drew a penalty.
Okay, so when Gauthier scored in the last game, did you know that it was his first NHL goal? You knew that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I was certain, bro. No, last year he played 12, 15 games with us. I was positive he scored one last year with us.
He came in at the trade deadline.
So how many games did he? Yeah, he did trade deadline.
Probably 12 games. Because when did they fucking?
No, but he's played how many NHL games? 20 something, right? 24 before he scored his first goal.
He's sitting on the fourth line too. He's not getting time. He's getting 6 minutes a game probably.
Right, but you see the way he's playing though. He's driving to the net. He's doing what Kreider does.
Bro. He's fast.
He needs to do a Kreider. He's got better hands, a better shot than Kreider too. If he can develop that drive to the net game,
Gautier's gonna be good, bro. He's a good player. If he gets burned, he's a right wing.
Right.
We're kind of light on right wings besides Bush. Who's our other right winger?
No, you got I don't know. You got Panarin's what, left?
Left.
So yeah, you're right. You're Bush.
Kakko.
Yeah, all right, you're right.
Who else?
Yeah. And what's Kravtsov?
We're overflowed left wing.
Kravtsov's a right winger, right?
I think so.
So if he comes over, that might cause a little competition.
I mean, we might lose Gauthier to the draft, the expansion.
It's going to be
or Libor.
For the expansion draft, you're looking at him, Hijack, right? And that's it, right?
Yeah.
I think they're going to protect pretty much everybody else.
Yeah, everyone's okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw, like, that guy, that stats miner guy, he does the fucking...
Yeah.
What a savage. What a savage. These guys, they do so much shit, like... They do so much work and, like, research and shit. It's wild.
You know, it's funny. I thought it, like, I don't get to look at my Twitter that much during, like, the workday. Like, every once in a while when I do, it's just as much content as, like, after like, work hours. I'm like, when do these guys ever stop? But
dude, it's crazy. And during the game, too.
He's literally, like, his handle is stat miner. That's all he does. I think he's just digging deep. He's just doing deep dives on the Rangers and, like, and advanced metrics.
It's pretty awesome.
I love it. I follow him, and that's where I get all my... That's where I learned anything about that kind of stuff, because I had no idea.
So this is what I wrote, game notes. This is before, during the standoff with Mika. Marchand not leaving ice, and Mika isn't either. He needs to pay! Exclamation points. First period. Mika looks sharp. Laugh looks good. I miss Panarin deeply. Solid D. Kako looking like a man. Power play looks like dick. Parentheses bad. And I wrote, fuck Marchand on the left with a square around it. Kill him.
I can't get over how much I hate that guy.
He's such a rat.
You see it, like, when his face pops up on the screen, it's just one of those things. It's like, it just instills this real hate in you.
He's the worst, but he's just a piece of shit, and he's really good, too. Like, he's
really
fucking...
Yeah, he's one of those guys. You love him on your team.
Oh, he's like 100-point guy.
He's crazy. It's crazy.
So, my second period... PP looks like hamburger meat. Bad. Gauthier played well. Penalty draw. Still missing Panarin. Sad face. Trouba just murdered somebody, and I'm here for it. I wish it was Marchand.
Wait, that hit by Trouba, I thought that was a clean hit.
It was a little high, I guess, but it didn't look... It looked worse. Yeah, it looked worse than it was.
Right.
I think he didn't catch him really hard.
Live, in, like, real time, it looked really bad. And then they slowed it down, and it didn't look so bad. No. It didn't look terrible.
3 fights, though. I love it how the game turned out.
It was crazy.
I mean, it would be dope if we scored.
Yeah.
Igor looking sharp.
Very sharp.
PK looking cute. I miss Panarin desperately. I wrote that again. This is second period. Nice fight. Let's go, Lemieux. Fuck.
It's a recurring theme.
Fredericks that chode.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that.
He's a tough kid.
How many times did he wink at his teammates? Like, you can't give them the wink.
I wrote, Richie must be eliminated.
Yeah.
Offense gone this period. Fucking boosh. Exclamation.
The best period was the first period.
That's when he got into a fight. Yeah. 100%.
Best period by far. Yeah.
Third period, I literally wrote nothing. I wrote lingering tough guy. I love him. Blah, period. Sloppy. No offense. Yuck. I am sad. It was a rough one. It was a grinded out game. I wish we got some fucking laugh with that fucking slot shot. I mean, get it in there, bro.
It's one of those, like I said, it's one of those games where if you can sneak out with a win, you love it. You love it. Like if you're a Boston fan tonight, you love the game. You love the way it went. You love the fights.
Yeah.
You know, the defense. If we win, if we win that game 1-0 or 2-1, we're looking at it. We're like, we kept up with the team.
Oh, man.
Stanley Cup champion. Our defense is great. Our goaltending's great.
I'm much happier right now.
Right, yeah. It's tough to get up. It's tough to get
I
the
didn't
energy.
expect him to grind this hard and be so good defensively.
Yeah. No, me neither.
Did I for a second think, oh, wow, Tony D would probably help us offensively?
Tony D, it's been a long time since I even thought of it. I mean, it's only been a week.
Notes. Yeah, I know. I have those notes.
It's only been a week, and we forgot about Tony DeAngelo already.
And no one's trading for him. They're probably offering him. They're probably offering us dick.
What's the guy's name? McKenzie. What's his name? The insider, the NHL insider.
Bob McKenzie.
Yeah, he was on. So the last game we played, it was on on NBC Sports, right? And he was on the intermission.
Pierre McGuire stinks.
Yeah. The broadcast
so
suffered.
Bad, bro. Like, how don't those guys have any chemistry?
That broadcast suffered, bro. That was really bad.
That play-by-play guy's not terrible, even though he's not a hockey guy.
No. Pierre is terrible.
Yeah.
Pierre. The only thing that I enjoyed that night was he was up Fox's ass the whole night. It was like,
Yeah, he was.
I mean, how could you not be? Like, the way he plays, it's a night in, night out basis.
Fox is a stud, dude.
He's such a stud. So he gave him props all night long. But then McKenzie came on the intermission show, and he said that there is interest, but nothing's going to happen in the immediate future. So, like, the Rangers are just going to let this kid sit. Maybe they don't want to pay what the Rangers want for him right now, or maybe the Rangers aren't willing to like keep the retain salary.
They waived him, right? No, they're definitely not. That's what I'm saying. Like, teams are probably like, take $2 million of his salary or some crazy number, $1.5 million. Give us like a lot for him, because I mean, I get it. Like, they're gonna take a flyer on him, right? Like, because he's a fucking head case.
Right. Whoever's taking him
back up a little bit.
Sorry. Whoever's gonna trade for him is taking a risk. So you want to, I think, minimize what you're giving up.
Are they though? Really?
I don't know, dude. I mean, I mean, it paid off for us for a couple of years.
He's really good offensively.
Yeah.
He's a liability on defense.
And you see what's happening now. Like, we're having a difficult time generating offense without Panarin, right? Yeah. We don't have a lot of guys that can play make.
No.
And TDA he could be electric when he was like on.
I know.
But there's two options right now. The Rangers are either going to get a trade for him, or what? They're going to bury him in Hartford, and then
he's not going to play. You think he's going to play?
No, they're going to bury him.
They're just going to tax the squad him. Just leave him home.
Or just leave him at home, and then they're going to buy him out in the offseason.
Because I wouldn't want him going down to fucking Hartford.
His buyout is minimum. Like, is minimal. It's very little.
You got to assume that they're going to make a deal by the trade deadline. Because I could see like a team that wants to make a run, maybe needs a little bit of offensive depth, because he's a legit offensive player. And if they can get a good deal, that Calgary deal that everyone keeps talking about for that guy Sam Bennett, I love that shit. He's a center.
They were talking about him.
He's a grinding center, 20, 30 points a year.
So a third liner?
Yeah, I mean, that would be great. We need center depth.
Right. That would be great if you could have Mika, Hedl, and then you're talking about Bennett, and then even Strome, and you have really good depth.
Listen, the more we need centermen.
Right. What's his contract like? Do you know his contract looks like?
1 year, $2.5 million.
That's it?
Yeah, he's an RFA next year, and he's that's it. That's the problem, though, because D'Angelo's got 2 years left, or one this year and the next year for 4-8. So
right, and Calgary was one of the 4 teams, right?
Yeah.
That they were talking about was interested.
And they want to get rid of Bennett.
And they want to get rid of Bennett.
They got to do something fire, bro. I'm telling you about John Hockey. You're familiar with that guy?
I love that guy.
Mr. John?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And Monahan.
Yeah.
Do something. Trade away some of the kids. And see if we can get them in. Because Monahan is a legit, maybe 1A center.
Right.
You talking Monahan and Mika, first 2? And then you got Hedl somewhere else?
Where's their motivation to get rid of their first-line center? Or second-line center?
They're not good. They need to fucking shake shit up.
Right.
It's going to be expensive.
Right. No, I know, but that's why you build up the farm system. You're not all of the kids in your farm team are going to play, right? You're not all these draft picks. Like, they have like 1,000 defensemen that are pretty good.
Right.
No, you can only play 6 at a time.
Right, yeah.
So this is why you build it up. You're not going to play all of them.
And by the way, there's 3 of them that are mad young right now that are playing.
Right, exactly. So
like legit fucking studs that are playing right now. Keandre Fox,
Lindgren is...
He's made of iron.
Bro, he is Girardi reincarnate.
Yeah.
Do you understand? He took a bashing... I think he hit like a stanchion. I think he hit like the way he went, his face was up against the boards.
Yeah.
And I guess the angle... He got sliced open on a bad angle, like, in a bad area, like by the eye. He was right in. I think he missed one shift.
Yeah, he was sick. He just stitched them up or whatever they did right there on the bench. Yeah, Lindgren, he's a beast, dude. He's a beast. He didn't go to the fucking locker room, nothing.
Right. Yeah, they said he was. They thought he was on his way to the locker room with the trainer, and he just went straight to the bench. I'm like, that's what's up.
He's a gangster, dude. He stays bleeding.
That's something. Yeah, he gets a lot of slices to the face, right?
He's always bleeding, bro.
That's something Girardi would have done, man.
Yeah.
He's a stay-at-home defenseman. He's really responsible. Like, he's really good, dude. He's one of those guys that you can make cup runs with. He's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah.
Like, that's another thing, like the backlog of defensemen, right? So, like, we got the kids are Fox, Miller, we got what's his name? We got Lindgren, and if what's his name? If Nils comes over, I mean, you got a lot of youth.
Yeah, bro, it's a stud. It's deep.
Schneider and all those other kids, it's gonna be tough to see them. Reunanen and Schneider, you got a lot of kids. Zach Jones. Robertson. I mean, you have a lot of stuff you can use. You have a lot of capital.
What's the centerman's name that everyone's sweating that hasn't played a fucking game?
Morgan Barron.
He hasn't played a fucking game besides college.
I don't know where he fits in this year, to be honest with you. I don't know.
He's not going to come up. He's got to stay down. I mean,
everybody sweats him because he was such a late draft pick, and I think the Rangers were ahead of the curve in his college career. So, like, they scooped him up as, like, a whatever it was, 4th or 5th round pick when he probably is, like, a second now. You know what I mean? Like, talent-wise. So, he has...
Okay.
They got value for him with their pick, so they sweat that, right? And, like... He was like an underdog, and he was on a team. He was on Cornell, so it's like not like a really prestigious college, but not prestigious hockey program.
Right.
So like he was the best player on his team, and he was a Hobey Baker finalist. So that's why they sweat him. But then again, Jimmy Vesey was a Hobey Baker finalist, so you know that one.
That turned out real well. But wasn't he a high draft pick, VC?
I think so. Yeah, he was.
VC was sweated, bro.
And then he refused to sign and. And it was like the VZ sweepstakes. Remember that summertime?
That's right.
Yeah, and the Rangers won it.
Great. Yeah, thanks so much. All right, so besides the game, which was good but also not good, and I'm sad, but it was good. I mean, there's good stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, they're mad young, and they fucking went out toe-to-toe with fucking Boston. That's good.
This whole season's going to be like with the footnote, we're mad young.
That's what it was last year, too.
Yeah. And it's the same story this year.
Yeah. Kakko looks good. I was worried about Kakko. He's looking like a fucking man.
Yeah,
like he's looking like he's growing into his size, I guess.
Yeah.
He's not a speed demon.
No, he's not. But whatever line he is on, he helps keep the puck. He helps generate, like, offense.
Yeah, about Kakko I wrote, he should be on the PK.
All right. I mean, I don't hate it.
Throw him on the PK. Let him get more ice time. Let him get more confidence.
I want Zibanejad less on the PK.
That would be nice also, bro. I don't need him taking fucking block shots to the shin, dude. I don't need that in my life.
We said this on the last episode, but like
I'm going to keep saying it.
He was on that PK, one of the last penalty kills. He was out there for like over a minute, and like I'm thinking to myself, these guys, we need to score, and this guy's going to be gassed after this penalty kill. Like you're burning out Bush and Zibanejad on the penalty kill, and we don't have many people that can score right now.
Oh, my God. I miss Panarin. So what I wrote for notes-wise, like outside of the game, possible landing spots for ADA. I wrote Calgary for Sam Bennett. I mean, they got to make it work somehow. If they need to take $1 million or $1.5 million, let them do it.
Retain it. I don't care.
Fucking do
absolutely.
Get rid of him.
Yeah.
And get another centerman back. He's a fucking free agent or an
RFA. The thing is, if you retain... It depends how much you retain, because if you can wait till the end of the year and buy him out, it's less than the retainage.
Really?
The cap hit's going to be less than the retainage.
We're not going to get nothing for this fucking run.
Right. That's the other thing. Like, you can sacrifice that cap space for assets. Yeah, that would be nice if you can get a third-line center, like you said.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would prefer that, because you're going to have a lot of cap space. You're going to have a lot of cap space because, you know, you have the buyouts are coming off the books. Brandon Smith's contract's coming off the books. You know, it's a lot. You're going to have a lot of room. I don't remember the number, but there's a lot. There's a significant amount. Something I have in my notes is the Governor Cuomo is going to allow fans in the stands.
Oh, yeah,
want to talk
10%.
about that?
10%.
So the first game back is, for the Rangers, is February 26th against Boston, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I don't know if you heard about, they haven't released any specifics for the Rangers, but did you hear about what the Brooklyn Nets are planning on doing?
Yeah, we spoke about it yesterday on Fat Guy Sports Time. It was
cheap plug.
Yeah, because they're doing $600 a ticket, and you have to buy the whole package.
Right.
Whole season.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it when I heard that.
They're such rat fucks.
So $600 is the minimum. $600 is the lowest cost ticket.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's not every ticket. That's the lowest price ticket. That's the base. And then, you know, what they're probably doing is, since they're only going to be allowed to have 10%, which is like 2,000 fans. They're going to only offer the best seats available. So they're going to the lower bowls. The upper bowls are not going to be for sale. And then like you said, you have to buy the whole season. The remaining games, which is like 20 games.
Jesus, so it's
600. What's six? You know, you want a package? It's like $50,000.
600 times 20.
No, like
$12,000.
Who's buying one ticket? You know, two tickets.
You need to get two.
Two tickets to a game is $1,200 times 20. It's like
I could see people trying to buy them and sell them on the secondary market. You got to assume that fucking MSG is gonna do the same shit. They're gonna fucking try and rip everybody off.
But I heard on the fan. I think Cardin was talking about it. He's like, the reason why they're charging this is because they're gonna get it. Like they're absolutely gonna get it. They're gonna sell out immediately. So you charge what you can, what you think you can get for. So that's the Nets. Imagine the Knicks. Imagine the Rangers. I mean, the Rangers are probably going to be less than the Nets because NBA is so expensive.
Yeah. And listen, the Nets have fucking star power. They have Durant's like the best player in the league and shit. And they're a good team. Like they're
right.
They're top team in the East for sure.
I mean, but the Garden is notoriously so expensive to go to a game.
Even when they blow, when the Knicks stink, and they're like halfway okay this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 1,000 a game starting probably.
Right. It's crazy. And then you got to do you got to go through the whole thing with the negative PCR test. You got to.
Oh, you have to do that, huh?
Yeah, I think they're saying if a vaccination, I think, is not vaccination. I'm sure is going to be an option.
Right.
They haven't said it officially.
So
but
you need a PCR when, like an hour, like a day before or something.
I mean, like they haven't said it officially, but the standard, like when you go on a trip, it's 72 hours. Because you have to get the results back.
Yeah, so it takes 40
So it takes time to get the results back. And they say, like, I guess it's low risk if it's 3 days before that you're going to get anything. But that's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, it's good at least. They're going in the right direction. Hopefully this vaccine gets out there more and more and we could just go back to fucking normal.
Yeah, I have to pay $600 to go to a game. I would love to go to a game. I'm dying to go
Would
to a
you
game.
pay $1,000?
No, absolutely not. No fucking way.
You wouldn't pay $1,000?
A grand? No, I wouldn't pay $1,000.
That's so crazy.
No way. And then risk going to a 1-0 game where we lose? Like, I really don't.
If you think about it, too, like last year, Islander games at Barclays on the glass was like $150 on the glass.
On the glass,
yeah.
Right? Oh, it's crazy. Well,
I think recent memory.
I think every team is going to follow suit with what the Nets are doing. I don't think they're going to have discounts.
Well, it's limited, right? Like everyone could sell 18,000 seats, so 2,000, it's going to sell out right away.
Yeah.
It's nothing for New York.
It doesn't matter what they mark it up to.
People are probably dying to get out. They could probably charge more.
I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
It's definitely not the right thing.
It's not the right thing to do.
Gouge people during a pandemic. Yeah,
and you got a lot of people out there that have been long-time season ticket holders, too. I'm not talking about like me who I buy a game here and there. You're talking about...
You got to assume they eat first, probably. They probably are approached first for the tickets.
Yeah, but the only people buying these are the corporate seats, dude. Who's gonna pay for this?
Rich people. I mean, rich people.
Right. Like I'm talking about the second and third, like not third, but the second generation, first, normal fans,
people.
Normal people, working people that, they shell out a lot of money every year, and then you're gonna go to them and you're gonna say, if you want to come to a game,
yeah,
it's a little different. You got to buy the whole season, and it's gonna be $600 each.
Or they get fucked on the secondary market. It's gonna be more, like on StubHub.
Oh, for sure. Whatever. I mean, how much can you mark it up after?
I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised, like, on the ice or on the court for Brooklyn Nets, it's like $3,000.
And then certain matchups also, like who they're playing against, that's a different thing, too.
But you could get lucky, right? Like, it's so little tickets that you might not get lucky. Like, the supply is so limited.
And it's not going to be the same environment, too. Like, you're not, like, in a raucous crowd. Like, it's going to be 2,000. It's going to be like watching practice,
It's going to be pretty weird, though.
It's going to be
pretty
really
weird, interesting. Like, I wouldn't mind experiencing that, not for $1,000 or whatever. That's fucking stupid. To me, that's fucking stupid. I like going to the Islander games because they were no money. I know the Islanders are a mortal enemy and stuff. But
no. I mean, I would never go to a game there, but
not even on the ice.
Yeah, I would do that.
Versus the Rangers, it would be more.
Versus the Rangers, I would do that.
Whatever, that
I can't just go to an Islanders game just to go to like a matchup against another team. I can't do that. I did that.
Not even to see McDavid.
I guess maybe like something like that. An interesting.
We went to one Penguins, so that was good.
I mean, those guys like the big time headliners like that, or like maybe the Maple Leafs or like Ovechkin. Ovechkin's fun to watch.
I saw Ovechkin. I saw.
Oh, you did?
Capitals too. Yeah.
Up on the glass is a whole different thing,
sick,
huh?
Dude.
I never been on the glass.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Yo, it's dope.
You can't do that at the Garden. It's like what, $2,000 a seat probably.
Easily,
probably. If you can even get the tickets.
Yeah, I mean, you go and look on StubHub or what is it called, SeatGeek.
The only professional sports game I ever went to where I didn't have a stake in the game was a Mets doubleheader with my cousin Tommy.
I've been to a Mets game.
A doubleheader, Dimitri.
That's brutal.
And I'm a fucking Yankee fan.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
I wanted to kill myself. So what did I get myself into? I don't care that these tickets were free.
What are you sitting for 9 hours? How long is that?
I hate baseball anyway. Like I can't. I mean, I don't hate baseball. I can't go to a game, bro. I can't. I don't know if I have ADD. I can't sit through a whole game.
Oh my God, it's brutal.
We used to
double header is brutal, bro.
We used to go to the Yankee games with the Legend Suite tickets. Shout out Patricia. Thank you very much for those tickets. They're amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, like we'd show up in like the second inning. You know,
see how the other half.
I'm in and out. I'm inside where it's air conditioned, eating like at the buffet. I'm back out for another inning. I'm back inside having a beer. I mean, like that's the way to do a baseball game.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, you're living like a wealthy person.
But hockey games, I sit on the edge of that seat and I don't want to talk to nobody unless they score. That's it. I'm just zoned in.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like Ranger games,
yeah,
I'm with you.
I get annoyed with like people talking around me.
Me too.
You know, there's like a lot of, at the Garden you get a lot of you get a lot of people that just get the tickets, or like you get like tourists or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just like
a lot of people
similar to the Knicks too, you know.
At every other game, there's a guy around me trying to explain to somebody else what's going on, and I want to kill them. I just want
that sucks.
Just want to murder.
At that point, I'd rather just stay home and watch it.
Right, yeah.
That's why the Islanders is nice, because, I mean, at the Barclays at least. I mean, it's a trash arena, but it was cool because, like, it wasn't, like, there's maybe, it's like, 16,000, 17,000 seats. Maybe there was 9,000 people there.
Yeah, and it gets loud, right? I've never been.
No, it doesn't. It's fine. It's not bad, but I mean.
What are you talking about? Oh, the Barclays you're talking about? Oh no, I was.
Nassau's probably cool because it's
no,
smaller.
The Coliseum I was thinking about.
Yeah, and it's 13,000 or whatever it is, and it's packed and it gets crazy. Yeah. That's probably cool. I was reading about the German league, the Deutschland, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
They have like the team in Berlin has like 18,000 or 15,000 seater, but the rest of them have like 4 to 8,000 seaters, and they say it's fucking crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's super loud. It's like it's probably like similar to like Premier League soccer.
Right. No, those are huge stadiums.
No, I'm talking about like people just crazy rowdy.
The intensity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I picture the Coliseum. Everybody says that it's like the loudest.
Yeah, but fuck the Islanders, you know. I wanted to text you today when I was watching the game. Like, I feel like we're the Islanders. We can't fucking score.
Yeah. No, we don't play like the Islanders, though. We just don't have
I'm just saying, we're playing lockdown.
Just lacking offensive talent right now. We're not playing the neutral zone trap. We're just lacking the talent to generate any offense, which is probably even more frustrating.
Definitely unexpected. I want Sam Bennett, and I want D'Angelo gone.
Yeah.
But everyone's definitely trying to rip off the Rangers. They're definitely trying to rip them off. They're like, oh, yeah, we'll give you a fucking fifth rounder, and you got to take $2 million.
They think that the Rangers got to just show that they're not desperate to get rid of him, that there's no rush.
They're doing it, right?
Yeah, that's what I think they're doing, 100%.
Or they would have moved them during the offseason.
Right.
Because I'm sure they were trying to shop them.
They did. Right.
Him and Strome.
Oh, Strome.
I would really like a blockbuster deal of bringing a big top flight center, bro. I'm being honest with you. Like, I like what I'm seeing from Kakko.
Right.
I like what I'm seeing from Lafreniere, but like if it meant trading Kakko with other pieces and stuff to get like a Monahan back or an Eichel, let's say.
Yeah.
Do you do it? Obviously, there are more pieces involved, so fucking.
Yeah, I think I do it, but I think he's off the table. If you want me to be honest, I think Heedle's going to be on the table if it comes to somebody.
Would you do that?
Like, I guess so, because Eichel's a generational talent. Yeah, you got to do it. And they would do it. It's going to take a lot. Like, it's not just going to be Heedle. It's going to be multiple first. It's going to be 2 or 3 first-round picks. It's going to be a mortgage because the Sabres are going to have to look. They're going to have to save face with what they get back, and it's not going to be cheap. A prospect. It's going to be a prospect, Kakko, maybe an NHLer, and then like 2 first-rounders or something stupid like that.
I'd do it.
Yeah, I know. Eichel's going to be a huge. It's going to be a huge talking point because we're so lacking at the center position, and because of that, those 2. What is it? Is it a $7.5 million bonus he's owed, or like 2 bonuses or something in like 2022 off season?
Not this year, next year.
Right. So he's going to be on the Sabres for the next 2 years, this year and next year, and then it's going to be the 22 off season or deadline. The deadline, right? It's going to be at the deadline.
Why? When he's going to become a free agent, or when that?
No, when he's going to be dealt.
I don't even know. Why would they? I mean, I guess like he'd probably want to get dealt if they're still bad.
Yeah.
Which they're not. I mean, they're postponed now because these fucking people can't fucking not get COVID. Like, for the love of God, guys.
Oh, so wait, the Sabres are postponed too?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bro, the Sabres, Devils, Philly now.
How did Heedle get on the COVID list?
I don't know. Who knows? Probably wasn't because it probably somebody else.
After injury, though, right?
Yeah, it was
after injury, so it could have been like treatment. It could have been personal.
It
was personal or treatment. One of those.
Doesn't he live with somebody?
One of the Rangers?
Yeah. Or am I wrong on that?
I don't have that inside info. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, who else is delayed? Vegas was delayed. They just came back.
I saw that. Yeah.
There's another team too.
Those helmets are like,
of course, they're not
awful,
Canadian
bro.
teams.
Did you see those helmets?
Oh my god!
God! What the fuck?
Oh, they're so bad.
They're so terrible. Like they look like C-3PO, like a team of like.
I don't get that. They
have that
in Europe. Those shiny helmets.
I
think one league, like if you have a shiny helmet, like you're the MVP.
One league. I think it's the Swedish league, right?
Swedish?
I think so because I think Nils Lundqvist was wearing it for a minute. I think it was one of those teams.
Because he's like a stud?
Because, it's like...
He's doing good.
It's like not the MVP where it's the leader or like the shining player or some bullshit. Like it's like some kind of weird tradition.
Weird-ass Euro shit.
Yeah.
The shining player. Come see the shining player today. You know, with the Euro trash fucking American accent. Whoa, we love hockey. Do you love hockey? Us too.
So Kravtsov and Lundqvist are playing each other.
I was going to mention
saw that?
Yeah.
That's their first time they have ever matched up against each other.
KHL and Swedish teams go against each other? Or exhibitions or something?
That's got to be either an exhibition or that's not the national teams, right? It's got to be an exhibition then.
Yeah.
I didn't dive deep into it, but I just saw let me see if I can pull it up. That's kind of cool.
I was thinking that too because I was reading up about like the Euro leagues. And I'm like, why don't they have like a super league where like the top whatever like go and play in?
Like a Champions League, like one of those deals?
Yeah, something like that.
I would love that. That would be great to watch, to be honest with you.
Because those teams are all, like, the Swiss league is really good. Like, it's not just KHL. I'm sure KHL probably is going to have the better teams. But, the Swiss league, the Swedish league, too, is top flight.
I can't believe how active this freaking New York Ranger Twitter is. It's insane. Like, I can't even, like... It was something that was tweeted this afternoon, and I can't even find it right now. It's like, what do we...
Yeah.
What's going on? Like another one of the topics of like I saw a couple of people tweeting this is how well the New York Ranger defensemen that we traded away like Mark Stahl and Neil Pionk, how well they're doing on their new teams.
Playing well.
Yeah.
I mean Stahl's fucking.
Stahl has 2 goals in the last 3 games.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
I mean,
what are you gonna do? Like these guys are not gonna play at all.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, would we like... I'd like Trouba to fucking have 40, 50 points a game and lock down defense and knock people out. He doesn't do that. He's not doing it at present.
I feel like he's doing better. I like the way he's playing. I like his game better this year than last year. It's making me a little bit more comfortable with the contract. But, I would love for him to be a world beater. I'd love for him to be like a Seth Jones or like a real...
$8 million a year, dude. You got to be a number 1 defenseman.
Yeah, $8 million a year. You're paid in you're a 1%er.
Yeah, bro. You need to be... I'm not saying be a fucking 20-goal guy like crazy offense.
No.
But like...
he's doing
fine. He's doing fine. We're nitpicking.
He's light. He's a top defenseman light. Like he's a top 4 defenseman. He's a top 4 pairing. He's not really a top pairing defenseman like elite wise. He's he's not like an elite first pair defenseman. He's more of like
who's thinking it
really
up?
Really good
bad elite defenseman who the Rangers were trying to get a couple years ago. Erik Karlsson.
Oh my God! I was when the rumors started going around that the Rangers wanted Erik Karlsson and the amount of money he was going to get paid,
$11.5 million.
I was freaking out, dude. I thought that was 100% a Ranger move in the making. I was like, these idiots are going to lock themselves into this guy.
Move? I know he's good and shit.
And when they acquired him, dude, he was racking up like the injured reserve time. He was constantly hurt. He's fragile. And he was already on the decline, and they locked him into, 6-7 years?
At $11.5 million a year.
I'm so glad we dodged the bullet, bro.
I was thinking, I'm not saying he's good, right? He's great. I think he still has the potential to be really good, but, bro, that's so much money. It just doesn't make sense to do that. Like, why would you even consider doing that?
I don't know, like the Sharks, I guess, they were, super desperate at the time, right? They wanted to try to keep their window open. But then they started losing the other players that they had.
They lost Pavelski,
Marlowe,
who's doing work in Dallas. He didn't do work last year in Dallas, but he did.
No, he's all right. He was all right.
Last year he didn't do work. No, not $7
in the playoffs.
million a year.
In the playoffs, he was very valuable.
And this year, he's fucking 2 points a game.
I mean, what is he, 36 years old, 37? Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I said, okay, that's like one of those veterans.
Marlowe's old as fuck, too.
It's one of those veteran signings when you want to try to make, like, runs in the playoffs. Yeah. You know, you keep him for a year, you keep him for 2 years, and you let him go. But he's actually like,
but if you think about it, what did they have, bro? Like, Pavelski they had, I think, when they brought in Carlson.
Who? You talking about the Sharks now?
Yeah.
They had, they had Thomas Hertl.
He got hurt.
They had, he got hurt?
2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago you're talking about. Oh, when they brought in Carlson. I don't know. I think
you
sometimes
got Burns and Carlson. That's a lot of money. Dude.
That's why the Rangers. That's why the Rangers got set back for so many years. They tried to keep keeping the window open. You know what I mean? Like the playoff runs. They wanted to keep them alive with the cores that they had. And you bring in these bad contracts, and they accumulate, and you get cash strapped with the salary cap. So
if there was no cap, we'd be able to spend fucking.
You wind up paying for like these people's past production instead of their future production, which is a fucking recipe for disaster in a cap league. You know what I mean?
We'll be right back after these messages.
The Fresh Maker.
So now that we're like on a 3-game losing streak, can we find some games that we can win? Like
Devils, hopefully on Tuesday.
This next game against the Devils is huge. Like we need to break the streak.
We need to win this game,
because then after that, I mean, the Devils is the most beatable team you have for a while. Because after that, it's Flyers, Capitals for a back-to-back.
If the Devils were playing like normal, I'd be worried about this game.
No, but they're coming off COVID.
2 weeks off,
2 weeks off.
We gotta win this.
And God knows who's going to even play. You don't even know how many people they're going to even have in the lineup.
There's no excuse here.
Right. What you can give them the games against the Bruins, fine. But like against the Devils, where the Devils are coming off 2 weeks of inactivity, like you said, like they got to win that game because after that it's the Flyers, it's Capitals, Flyers, Bruins, and then you get the Sabres again.
Oh God. I mean, this division's rough.
It's a rough year. That's really tough. That's really tough. I don't know.
And it's top 4 in each division, right?
Yeah, right. It's top 4 in each division. And you got
it's not gonna be easy.
And like the Canadian division's a joke. It's like super weak. The North, whatever that is, you got like the Canucks and
Canucks suck. They're really struggling.
Canucks suck, and you got also
Calgary stinks. Ottawa stinks.
So like you're right there, and it's not as many teams either. So it's
Toronto's great.
It's Montreal's 7 teams, I think, instead of 8. Yeah, all right. Montreal's a big surprise. I couldn't believe that.
Oilers.
Yeah, that's it. 7 teams.
The Oilers can't play defense.
Out of your 7 teams, 4 stink.
Yeah.
So it's like it's up for grabs. Whereas like the Metro division, it's
rough.
At the beginning of the season, you had some people predicting the Rangers would be in, and the Rangers are probably the worst team in the division. It's tough. I know, absolutely. But I saw a couple of like non-biased hockey writers, like saying the Rangers could surprise, and I think now look at where they are.
They weren't wrong. I feel like they could have surprised. I don't know. It's gonna be tough to
they're playing off. The Rangers. The one positive. I mean, we're playing so well. We can definitely turn it around. And probably we're not gonna make the playoffs. It's a short year, and we had a bad start, and we're having injury problems already, and we haven't even gotten touched by COVID yet.
I hope Panarin's okay.
That's another thing. Like we haven't even gotten touched by COVID yet, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
hopefully we miss it. Hopefully we miss it. And they can get.
I know, but I'm saying, and we're still losing games. So with almost everything going right except for the 2 injuries, we still can't find a way to win. But I mean, they're playing well.
Philly's fucking deep, dude.
This is a building year, bro. This is a building year. I really don't even want to win the cup. If I'm going to win the cup, because winning the cup is once and twice and 3 times in a lifetime, maybe. You know what I mean? I'm 36. I've seen one. I don't want to win it in a fucking shortened season. Okay, I wasn't planning on winning it this year. I
mean, I would take it.
No, what I'm trying to say is like I know we're not going to get a string of cups. We're not going to get a dynasty.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I mean, you know how hard that is to pull off nowadays?
Yeah,
dude?
It's mad hard. But I mean,
you got to really hit on those draft picks. Like, did we really hit on Kakko and Lafreniere? I don't know. Lafreniere, we'll see. But Kakko, I hope he sticks around.
Kakko's going to be a 40-point, 50-point guy.
All right, that's great. I'll take that, to be honest with you, at this point. If he could be a 50-point guy, I'll take that. But you got to hit on so many things.
That's not good.
You got to get great contracts, like the way that teams like Tampa Bay and the Bruins do, like where they get team-friendly contracts. The Rangers don't get team-friendly contracts.
Well, Stamkos gave Tampa Bay a really team-friendly one. Kucherov, took him to the wood chipper. He got $10 million.
You got to be a good team to get players, top-end players, to want to do stuff like that.
The Bruins get awesome contracts. Barzal signed a fucking great contract for the Islanders. I don't know why.
Yeah, but that's like...
listen, I get Lou Lamoriello is like a legend and shit, but like...
Yeah, but Barzal was an RFA, though. He wasn't a UFA. He was an RFA.
Bro, but if a team put in an offer...
No one's going to do that. The NHL, none of the...
They did it. Montreal did it for Aho.
That was bullshit. It was a low ball offer, and actually all it did was help out the Canes, because the Canes only have to match it. So that was I don't understand why they did that.
Bro, he's getting a lot of money.
No, but he's worth more than that.
Bro, no, he's getting like $9 million.
No. I think the offer was something stupid, like 7.5 or 8.
Sebastian.
No, it was a low ball offer, bro. I remember because these GMs, they don't want to do that. They don't want to step on each other's toes because they're afraid to have it done to them afterwards. Sure. They don't want to they don't want to be on the receiving end, so they don't go out and they don't
8.46 mil.
Right. Okay, yeah, but he's a but dude, he's a top end talent. He's a max contract kind of player. He's really good. So if anything, they actually helped him out because all they had to do was match it.
But still, like, you look at I know the year is weird too because of COVID and shit, but you look at a guy like Nico Hischier. He's not bad, okay?
Okay.
He's good, he's serviceable. He's probably a number 2. I think Hughes will overtake him. He's probably a 50, 60-point guy. Mm-hmm. He got $7 million over 7 years. Granted, this is 2 years ago before COVID.
Okay, $7 million.
Barzal is miles away from him, and whatever. They play a certain type of game. But if he's on a team like the Rangers with, like, Panarin on his wing, Barzal's got 90 points, no sweat.
Yeah.
If Panarin can get Strome 50 points...
Right.
A guy who's actually good will get 90 points.
You think the whole climate, like the whole COVID thing, had something to do with it? Probably, right? It's a short-term contract, too, so he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid. When this contract's up...
He's still an RFA, though.
Not at the end of this.
I think so.
There's no way. Because I think his plan is... I think he's kind of also betting on himself. I think at the end of this, he's expecting a payday.
Right.
And then maybe he goes somewhere else, Maybe he comes to the Rangers. You never know. The Rangers like to open up the purses for people.
What a fucking website Cap Friendly is.
Delay.
So he signed a 3-year, expiry status RFA.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's probably got like one more RFA year or something. So that's a team-friendly fucking deal, dude.
Crazy.
$7 million, bro. The guy's before COVID, we were talking. He was gonna get $10 million.
I mean, the Rangers do have a couple of they have Mika's contract that's really team friendly. I mean, not this year because he's not producing, but I mean, he's still a top. He's still a first line center, and he's only making 5.5 or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was a really good deal. It was also not short term. It was like 4 years or 5 years.
Yeah.
So that was good for us. I mean, he's going to get a raise probably.
Well, we traded for it though. And he wasn't great on the Ottawa Senators.
No. That was he signed that deal once he came here. He was with us when he signed it. Yeah. So that was he came here with an existing contract and then he re-signed with us.
Got it.
And then Panarin did kind of take less, I guess, to come to the Rangers, right?
He took less. Yeah.
He took a little bit, like
more.
He took like $1 million less or something.
Sorry, Lou. Fucking Lou.
Yeah, but every time we lose to the Islanders, I like always wonder if he thinks he made the wrong decision.
You don't think they fucking need fucking Panarin, those guys?
Oh yeah, they need.
Could you imagine Panarin with Barzal on the same line?
No, I would love to see that in the
even with the
uniforms,
shit way they play, like the shit, defensive.
You can always use a Panarin. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Bro, Panarin played for fucking Tortorella.
Yeah.
And he did work. He was a point.
What's going on over there? So like, let's talk about that. Let's touch on that.
Everybody hates Panarin. Everybody hates Tortorella, bro. He's a dick. He's a dick.
So Laine actually, he got benched?
He got benched.
He like played 2 minutes, or he didn't play at all? He played 2 minutes.
Played the first 2 periods.
Oh, he played the first 2 periods.
Yeah. Or he played he started tapering off, I think, at the end of the second period, and the third period just didn't play at all.
And then he gave him 30 minutes the next game?
Yeah.
You see that?
Supposedly he was being a dick to some people in the office or whatever.
Laine?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's the reason he was benched, because he got benched mid-game, so something went down during
I feel like
mid-game.
Tortorella doesn't put up with any shit. Like, it doesn't matter if it's on the ice or off
listen,
the
you
ice.
got Cam Atkinson, fucking gangster, that guy. He's a short guy, too, so he's always going to have
He
my
made
respect.
a comment after, right?
He was at the post-game. He's like, listen, like, I've been benched, too. Like, this is how it's done here. Like,
Right.
total, like...
Great answer.
Yeah, that's
leader. That's like a leader answer. That's like... He's been molded already by Tortorella, you know? That's a...
Atkinson's good, too, bro.
And he's very good. I hate playing against him. Good player, yeah.
So short.
Yeah. you gotta root for the underdog, bro.
Mika. So Mika signed with us, huh?
Yes, sir. What is he at, 5.5? Because his contract's over after next year.
5.35.
5.35. Wow, what a great contract.
5 years, 26.7. Yeah, what else?
Because last year he was playing like a $10 million player.
Yeah, bro.
Last
Last
year.
year he was fucking 41 goals in 57 games.
And I think that's what's going to happen. His contract's up after next year, so you're going to see a different Mika next year, dude. With a full season and training camp and all that, the COVID stuff
like
behind him.
back to normal, kind of.
He's going to be tearing it up next year. So whatever happens this year, let him get it out of his system. Let him suck it up a little bit. Just stay healthy. No more concussions, please. And then next year, I think you're going to see a totally different Mika.
Listen, if he comes back and he's doing 70 points, let's say, 30 goals and 40 assists, that's a great year.
Yeah.
You know, playing fully, like playing over 75 games. 9 mil.
It's going to be like that. It's going to be in somewhere in that vicinity, yeah,
For
definitely.
5 years, let's say. That could look bad.
These guys...
at the end. I'm not saying now, but at the end.
Like, this is going to be his big contract. He's going to want term, bro. 5 years is going to be tough to
He
sell.
wants 7, 8 years?
Because 5 years brings him to, like, 33 years old. So
He's going to be... He's 27 right now.
I think he's going to want to be, like... I think
so he's going to be 28, turning 29. That's old. Dude.
That's tough. Yeah, that's tough to give anything more than 5 years, but that's what he's going to want, dude. I don't know.
So we got to win. If we're going to re-sign Mika, we have to win, like, in 2024.
That's why if you bring in... Okay, because there's no centers in the pipeline, right? You got nobody down the pipeline. You got... all you got is Morgan Barron. You got...
Yo, what the fuck? I guess Schneider's good.
You got Henriksen. Who? No, I know.
Why didn't they draft a fucking centerman?
I told you this was a whole big thing during the draft thing. Like they jumped up ahead of the Devils. They traded up ahead of the Devils with their second first-round pick to take this kid because they thought the Devils wanted him and they were really high on him. I guess they weren't high on the centers. There were like 3 centers left on the board, and I guess they just didn't like them. But like what we have in the pipeline is not. It's like pretty bare. Like the center depth is like I think it's the most barren position that we have.
It's not good.
It's not good because we don't have any on the team either.
And we can't win faceoffs.
Right, that's another thing. So they're gonna have to make a move to get a big guy. Like that's why I was so high on trying to get Pierre-Luc Dubois. I thought that was an opportunity that they let slip through their hands. Man, he's only 23 years old and he's playing
He's
really
a good two-way
well.
guy, yeah.
Playing really well now, and he's still growing into his game.
It's a good deal though they got from Jets, dude. That guy Zlakovic or whatever the fuck his name is. He's playing well, bro.
Rostovich. He's playing better than Line.
He's playing a point a game.
I know.
And he's from there too. He wants to be there. That's what they want. They want guys that want to be there, right? Like, I'm sure it's frustrating for Columbus. Like, they put out decent teams, and everybody wants to fucking leave.
Right. So you're saying that it was a sweetener that the fact that they got back somebody that not only is he good, but he wanted to be there.
Yeah, and Liney's a fucking legit. Could be
score
40 goals.
Absolutely, they got a great deal. The Rangers didn't have a package to give back. Like
not like Liney. Liney's top flight.
Like Winnipeg.
Yeah.
So
and imagine Roslovic on the Rangers right now. We would fucking love to have that guy right now.
Oh yeah.
Are you kidding me? Not even the way he's playing now, point a game, half a point or whatever the fuck he is, 30, 40 points, centerman. We'd kill for that guy right now.
Yeah.
We'd kill for like that Brassard Dubinsky guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you kidding me? A centerman with grit?
Yeah, I don't know. There was like talk about bringing Stepan back, and I just don't want to do. I don't.
That's also I wrote that down. I mean, I get it, but Stepan's a lot of money. Dude.
And I don't want to revisit the past. I mean,
he's got 1 year left.
Right, he wouldn't be. It would be a stopgap, and he wouldn't be like filling in top lines. He'd be third line.
Yeah,
he'd be a third line center, which would help the depth, I guess.
Maybe lay off fucking Mika on the PK a little bit. Maybe let him fucking relax for a second.
I can see the benefit, and then you were talking about
1 year.
You were talking about dealing D'Angelo for him, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Stepan's a lot of money, $6.5 million, but
But it kind of works out with the salaries, right? I mean, D'Angelo makes 4.8, so
and it's an extra year.
Yeah, so they'd have to probably figure out some cap stuff because we don't have much room cap space. But yeah, you move stuff around, you get them in.
I wouldn't be against that for this year.
Yeah,
you know, and like you could talk next year. You're not gonna, for the fucking veteran minimum or whatever, or maybe $1 million. Nothing crazy.
I wish we saw more from Lafreniere already. Like, as far as, I don't know, playmaking and stuff, because I heard a lot of people say that the Rangers but there's a possibility maybe that they'd consider switching him over to center because he's a playmaking winger too. Right. He's not like I need to get set up and I'm sniping it kind of winger. He's a playmaking. He can make other people better, and because the Rangers' depth is so poor in center, that they'd consider moving him there. So, but I haven't seen enough from him. Like, he's still so young. Is he raw.
Good? Can he win faceoffs?
I don't know, but he started off. He did play a little bit as center, so I think he started off as center and moved over to wing. Why? I have a feeling. I don't know. I don't know exactly why, but he does have some experience there, so it's not like completely foreign to him, the position. Yeah. So I don't know. It would have been interesting to see.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't keep fucking with him. You know what I mean? Like, he's been playing left wing for the majority of his amateur. He's all like, listen, it's not easy.
You're not gonna mess with him.
It's
now.
It's not easy jumping.
I'm saying if he like took the NHL by storm, if like he surprised everybody and he was just like it made it look easy, like kind of like the way Keandre's doing. To be honest with you,
Keandre's playing fucking well.
He's older too, even though.
But they were saying, I heard people mention that he was struggling in college.
He struggled in his second year. He had like a sophomore slump. He played really well the first year, and then he struggled a little bit, and then people thought he was regressing. But then he came to the
How do they just assume that he's regressing?
Yeah, there's a lot of factors. It's not black and white. You have
also, this is an anti-Ranger thing, I think, a little bit.
Talk to me.
Like, Chris Drury, I'm sure he's a gem of a guy.
Okay.
But I don't understand why he's like a coveted GM candidate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he became the GM for the U.S. team.
He looks the part, right? He's like a good old boy, like American Ranger. I know,
but like
former Ranger, former captain.
But that makes him leapfrog over like the scout that's been grinding for 20 fucking years. You know what I mean? Like,
and automatically he's always a candidate for like all these GM positions, right?
Bro, and he probably got out, became like an executive, like they made a fucking make work job for him. Like, hey, it's Chris Drury, let's get him in, and like he was on the fast track right away. You got to assume, like, these scouts, like, sure, I'm sure they do well themselves as scouts. They're probably like, this is bullshit. Like, I've been fucking grinding.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny because I think every time somebody wants to, they want to talk to Drury about the position, I feel like they give him some kind of, like, a promotion or, like, a title.
They did it this time.
They did it this time, and I think they've done it in the past. Like, this time they made him associate GM or something. I thought he was.
Yeah, what was he before?
He was assistant, now he's associate, so is that higher? Is that, like...
What a joke.
I don't know. So
also the other thing with the fucking Rangers, like they're worse than the NHL. The way the NHL does injuries and stuff, lower body, upper body, they don't say shit. Their PR is definitely run by a 70-year-old person, without question, bro.
Yeah, they get a lot of heat for
it. They had the
yeah.
D'Angelo thing, right? Mm-hmm. When the D'Angelo thing went down, they had a press conference with Gorton and Davidson, right? It's not like they own 4 news TV stations? Right, MSG is like 4 channels on cable.
Yeah,
it wasn't televised.
Yeah,
it wasn't. They had to send it out afterwards, a recording of it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Every other team does fucking behind the scenes shit, like 24/7 kind of style now. You know how many? I know they don't need to sell tickets, right? They sell tickets super easy, but how about doing the fucking fans a solid? Giving us some content.
Yeah, you want to also build up your future fan base, right? You're not just catering to the people that are paying for the tickets now, but all your youth and
right.
You want to reach everybody.
Do like a fucking 24/7 for the Wolfpack.
I would love that.
Could you fucking imagine?
I would
actually
love that.
Coming up with stars, just showing people off.
All the time they have how much time? 24. These channels are 24/7, and what are they filling all the slots with? Like it would be so easy just to put a production team with to watch the prospects, right?
Yeah.
Follow your prospects. There's so much. There's so much love to follow these prospects, to like see what the future is, the hope. You know what I mean?
It's mind numbing.
Just fill the need. That's what people want. They want to see stuff like that.
The owner of the team owns media companies, right?
Yeah.
You would assume somebody there would hire somebody who's media savvy, right? And like understands the adjusting of what's going on now with digital and shit like that. Winnipeg Jets, St. Louis Blues, Stanley Cup champions, are live streaming their fucking game scrimmages during training camp.
Oh, that was a big
Rangers
thing. Yeah.
can't do that. Like, what the fuck, bro?
We're watching like when we were watching like reporters or like like little snips.
We're
or
following
like
on Twitter, right?
Yeah,
or it's on phone cam,
yeah,
camera.
from a phone. Yeah.
They're so brain dead. I know they don't need the money. I know they make so much money that they don't need to promote it.
Right, but it's not about that. I mean, like it's giving your fan base what they want. You know what I mean? Like they're craving it. You know, everybody's on. You know, they're dying for a story. They're dying for a clip of their favorite player. I mean, just give it to them. It's so simple.
I think the Maple Leafs even do it, right? And the Maple Leafs are a huge franchise.
Maple
They
Leafs-
don't need the money,
The Maple Leafs do a lot of stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Well, they have to keep them because this will be an insurrection at the fucking Maple Leafs arena, whatever it's what's it called? Bell Center.
The Rogers Center.
Rogers Center. They'd fucking come and attack the place if they don't keep the right PR. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my beef with the Rangers. Like I don't get it.
I actually want to do a tour of like the Canadian stadiums.
Yeah, it's
you know what I
probably
mean.
sick,
Like I would love to not like I would love to go like to a couple of games like,
To, like,
the Rangers
Edmonton in the middle
Yeah,
of
if the
nowhere.
Rangers did like a Canadian trip, like Vancouver or like.
Vancouver's probably nice.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Like everybody says, it's amazing to go to a game at like Edmonton, like you said, or it's
Universal
or
healthcare too.
Yeah, yeah, get a checkup.
So what else you got?
I got nothing.
That's it.
That's it, bro.
I mean, listen. Regarding the game tonight, I feel okay, but I also don't feel okay. It's like it's a hollow victory. Because I know, no Panarin, I miss him deeply and desperately, and I love him and I wish him well.
It's hard to watch the Rangers play well and keep losing. 'Cause
Right.
we're so used to like a whole generation like with Lundqvist, right? When Lundqvist was the goalie, we didn't play well. And he would bail us out, and we'd win game after game. And I would come away from those games feeling like, yeah, we won, but, you know,
6-5.
they don't look great. You know, possession was terrible. Shots against, it was like, 50-35 or whatever. And now the opposite's happening, right? Now the forwards and the defense are playing really well. I mean, like, the defense is playing really well. The goalie's playing well. But, like, now we can't get the goals.
It's interesting how well they're playing defensively because especially, like, we lost Tony D. Tony D stinks in defense, but that third line is Potato and Libor.
I know they were out there a couple of times, and I was just like, my
Potato.
heart. Yeah,
I get it. He's from Long Island. He's a Ranger fan. Beautiful story.
a great story.
He scored
It
a
is.
goal. We need some more of those. Thanks. But you're holding the puck a little too. I'm like, yo, guy, get it off your stick.
yeah.
Bro.
Just get it off your stick.
You're
dude.
not PK Subban.
Absolutely.
Get it off your stick.
And Libor, it's like every game, like you really, the running joke is that you just don't want to hear his name and that he's doing well as long as you don't hear his name. But then when
Right.
you do hear his name, it's because he's either giving the puck up, like today he gave it up right in front of the net, generate like chance against, or he's falling down and giving up like an
So
odd
that's
man
why I'm
rush.
pretty impressed. Like the top four, they're playing.
Top
fucking,
four are great.
They're doing work, bro.
It's exciting because you have unlike the center depth, you have defensive depth coming up the ranks. So you get a couple of these kids coming in.
Trade them all for Eichel.
They're going to trade some
Trade
of them.
them all and Hedel for Eichel.
Oh my God, it's going to hurt
I know
me.
you love Hedel. I
gonna
know,
hurt me
and he
greatly.
looked good.
It's going to hurt me greatly. Because ever since he was drafted.
That's your boy. I know, and he's young. He's
Listen,
young. He's gonna be 30. He's gonna be 30. So he's 30.
Having Hedel, having a 25-year-old or 26-year-old Eichel on the team, it'll help soothe the
That'll
pain.
fix a lot of issues, dude. You got a guy scoring 90 points.
Yeah, so
And then can you imagine? Eichel's got his own line, right? He carries Kreider's ass. He probably carries Buchnevich.
yeah,
And then you have Mika and Panarin together
right.
forever.
You don't need to split them up to spread the wealth, right?
Together
you can have
forever.
it together, yeah, together forever. That's right. And then who
Are
do you
you
put on that
kidding?
line? You put in
On the right side?
yeah, Kako,
With
yeah, Panarin.
Kako, yeah. Who else?
That's
what other right wingers do we
sick.
have?
That's a sick lineup.
That was the lineup today, the first period with Lafreniere, Strome, I know, I hate him too, and Kako was the best line. They played well that first period.
Yeah.
And Kako's playing good defensively, bro. He's using his body. He's acting like a man for once in his
So we can
life.
dream about Eichel for the next 2 years, I guess, and see what happens.
Or you get creative and you bring fucking Monahan and John Hawk. You know John Hawk? You familiar?
No, I'm not actually. Can you like inform me?
Could
too?
you imagine we pulled some shit like that off?
No. They
got to get creative here.
I know. And they will, bro. They will. I think they know what the season is. I think they're trying to showcase some people who are not, they're not taking advantage of the spotlight because they want. Yeah, like they want to showcase some guys. Yeah, like they want to put some guys out there and hope they like outperform what they are, so that they can use them as trade bait. But they're not doing it.
Giuseppe's playing well.
You got to put him in the right position
back
to do that.
Now he's gonna come back. I think he'll play well.
I love this kid.
Rooney's playing good.
I love this kid Rooney. I didn't even
know.
I had no idea who. I had no idea who he was.
I like Howden's size, a big dude.
Yeah, okay, he's a good-looking kid too.
Whatever, but I mean that's not enough. He hasn't scored a goal in like 30 games.
Yeah, I know.
30 games. I think StatMiner fucking said it was like 5 hours of ice time.
Yeah, he's been on the radar.
I'm stressed out now.
For a while, yeah. Don't get stressed out. It's okay. We said what the season's going to be. It's going to be a long one, but hopefully, we can. We're making the right moves.
All right.
And Gordon ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you, he's gonna make. He's pretty. He doesn't get taken. Let's put it that way. Not too often in trades. He's pretty crafty. So I have my faith in Gordon.
Yeah, you got to assume that's what he's doing because we still have ADA. So
yeah, no.
He's not just like giving away, he's definitely shrewd.
He's going to stock the cupboard. He's going to stock the cupboard, and then when the time's right, he'll strike and he'll get us a center.
That's what I know.
And everything will be right.
Because you see, like, the Oilers, like, come on, bro.
No, we'll be there.
Are you kidding me?
We might not be there, but.
No, but I'm saying, like, it's crazy. Nugent Hopkins is on the wing, and he would be like our number one center.
I want to be the Oilers. I want to be.
You want to take Nugent Hopkins?
I want to be the Bruins. I want to be smash your face in and score goals when we need to. You know what I mean? I want to be that kind of team.
But you need a center. We need a center. A two-way, sure. We'll take a two-way center.
Yeah.
Nugent Hopkins plays on the wing, okay? And he's a center. That's it. That's the show.
Love you.
Artemi's bread basket. Remember to...
Maybe next time Artemi will be back. Hopefully we'll get an update. We'll have something for you guys then. Soon. There's not going to be many games, but there'll be one game.
Hopefully Tuesday.
Or we'll do the game. Or we'll do the next show Thursday night. I think
that's the next. If the Devils don't play,
I think the Flyer game, right? What do we say?
But they're fucking might be postponed too.
There's a chance they might be postponed.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It doesn't say that yet. So
no, not yet. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we get the Devils. Hopefully we get the Devils Thursday, 2 weeks off. We could smack them around.
Smoke the Devils. Let's upset the Flyers. Let's come back with a 2-game winning streak, and let's be amped up.
I wouldn't mind a 5-2 win.
Somebody put Kevin Hayes on a stretcher, because that's your boy, and I don't want to talk about how he beat us, all right? I want to make sure.
Kevin Hayes would also be good on this team right now.
He's going to be flat on his ass on Thursday night. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. That's it. Enjoy carbs responsibly. Because this is Artemi's bread basket.
Got it.